Hey everybody, Sean Bukowski here. Hope everybody's having a great week. It is Halloween week as we get almost into November, which is crazy to think. But this Sunday is Halloween, so I hope everybody can dress up and have a good Halloween weekend. The last couple of weeks have been a little bit crazy. We've been talking about kind of things that are happening in Austin, like what the growth and companies moving and in Detroit, everything that's going on. And we're going to take a little bit of a break from that this week and talk about some education, some learning. We're going to talk about title policies, which is super important. As you know, title insurance provides or protects the property owner from any defects in title. So if somebody makes a title claim on the property that you purchased, your title insurance will defend you and cover any loss that's associated with that title. And so it's so vital to have title insurance. I mean, your lender's going to require it. Lender gets it, and so it's just really important to have. Now, it's also important to note too that in your title policy in Texas, in the Schedule B, which is on the second part, obviously Schedule B, there are exceptions to that policy. So exceptions to coverage. And so what those are, they list out lots of different exceptions, and they generally just list the documents that say, hey, we don't cover what's in this document. And that's why it's super important to either you or your lawyer to go through and read all those documents that they reference. I mean, because you're literally getting exceptions to your title policy coverage. And you need to know what those exceptions are because they can obviously limit and damage your investment in the future. And then like any insurance policy, you can purchase endorsements to that policy. And that's what really we're talking about today. A specific endorsement, which is T-19.1. That's for the property owners. T-19, we're talking about property owners, but for the lenders out there, T-19 is basically a similar endorsement. And the T-19.1 is what I call the REM endorsement, which I was a huge REM fan in the day, losing my religion. It's the end of the world as we know it, right? This is high school all over again. But it's REM endorsement because it covers restrictions, meaning that if there are any covenants that are violated that are not known about at the time of purchase, and that's key because that's key to all these in the REM, that they're not known about at the time of purchase, then the title policy, this endorsement will cover that. The E is in the encroachments that are not known about at the time of purchase. The title policy will cover that, and M is minerals, which is if there's any, because obviously in Texas there's lots of minerals beneath and somebody else owns the rights to those minerals. If there's any damage to your property as a result of extracting minerals from the property, then that is also covered by this endorsement. So this endorsement is super important. We recommend it for all of our property owners. It's just vital to make sure to expand that coverage to make sure you're fully protected. And that's something we highly recommend for our property owners, as well as obviously once again making sure that they read the Schedule B or let us read the Schedule B for you because it can get boring, but we'll do it to make sure you're fully protected. I hope this was helpful. And if you liked it, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and sign up for our blog. Thanks a lot. Have a great week.